So I, for one, think that Gundam X, that series should get a lot more love than it does, because we're just really lacking when it comes to models. And really, there's not a whole bunch to choose from. It shouldn't take them that much effort, but I guess it's just not that popular. Thankfully, we did get some Gundam X love in the actual mobile suit named Gundam X, like the Master Grade. And this one, I like it, but I also don't. There's a couple of reasons for that. First off, the body is great. The Gundam X design, the body itself, the mobile suit, is so good. It works so well in model kit form. The Master Grade and the High Grade, I think the High Grade actually is better in terms of the design and how it all overall works compared to the Master Grade. But the Master Grade is really good. It looks good. It holds together just fine. No problems. I love the detail. We bring in a little closer look at that chest. Check out the little panels inside the chest. It's very cool. Arms, I like how they give you this clear parts for the arms and the legs, where with like the High Grade or like the old ones, they were like solid plastic, but I like the clear purple. It's different. I'm okay with that. I thought that'd be reserved for like a Divider, but no, we got it for the Gundam X, which is fine because it does charge up the satellite cannon that it has, you know, to fire the big beam. So it makes sense these might be clear. You could maybe put LEDs underneath, something like that. Head looks good too. I guess I should actually zoom in on that a little bit so you can take a look, because I do like the head. It's very nice. And yeah, I forgot, it has like vents that go all the way through the mouth plate. They don't always do that. So you can see the red underneath. I never put the stickers on the eyes, because why? It's green. I could do a little border around with black if I wanted. And I like this little over the shoulder Gatling gun you can pop out. That's kind of cool. I like that. Good thing the pilot's not stationed in the head. And it's also got good posability. You can get some decent poses. There's nothing wrong with that. It's got the swappable fingers. So these ones are actually really good for the weapon. Like they hold way better than most of, like, say, seed kits. I don't know why your side skirt's flipping up like that, but they are pretty good with the skirts. They stay on really nicely. Even the back skirt moves a little bit. I always like when the back skirt moves. Just never really does that much. Everything is so free moving. And I like how the knee armor separates here. It's not super noticeable, but it is there. I might have preferred like a little bit of detailing inside this blank piece, because it does look a little weird that there's nothing inside. But you can see the this piece here moves, and it is like a piston, but it's just very, once again, it's different. It's very smooth, but it does work like a normal piston. And even the ankles, I love that this thing is articulated here on the very top, so you can get the foot farther up and it moves with it. Such a good idea. And the feet are very stiff. They're very good. I've had this since it came out. It's been close to 10 years probably. Oh my god. But it's good. And even like the arms going up. See, look at this. You got this little pull out joint. Like a lot of kids do that now, but it's always nice to see, really. So great. Now my problem with this model, it might just be my model, I don't know. It's the backpack. It's the satellite cannon itself. Let's not talk about the beam rifle. It's the satellite cannon. And it's also not the beam saber's problem either. This is the beam saber. And the fact that they give you two different colors on the beam saber, it's not just a solid white chunk, which it definitely could have been. And you have the cool clear green beams, which I don't have on it, but I'll show a picture. And I like that it just stores back here. Although if anything happens to your satellite cannon, that thing's probably gonna go with it. But it is like right up beside the shoulder, so you could or against the shoulder armor, kind of in this configuration, so you could easily grab it. That's nice. Now with the satellite cannon, it's the solar panels and the armature that connects the actual cannon and solar panels to the backpack. I had to do some modifying here and like gluing it and cementing it all together. I think there used to be an extra hinge that rotated. It doesn't now because it just disintegrated. It snapped in like a couple pieces, and I wasn't really doing anything with it. I was just aligning it back into this little cavity that you have for the backpack, and it just crumbled. Also, one of the satellite panels very recently, because when I was putting it on the shelf, I was lowering it like this part here. And I decided I would open up the satellite panels because they're cool. Because oh boy, I'm going to try to do this. But like they're very cool holographic. I think it's holographic stickers underneath the clear, which has like a honeycomb effect. It's very nice. They also rotate, like right here. But it's the part that rotates here at the base. I went to move the one, and it felt really loose, and so I went to move it back, and it just like bent and snapped in half. Like, it didn't snap off, but it snapped in half, so I glued it. And I think I actually might have glued it. It kind of looks like I glued it together. I don't think it's ever coming apart. So, my bad. But if you get it open up without having a problem, it does look very cool. It does take up a lot of space though, but if you don't have a lot of kits, you'd be fine with that. And then let's just take a look at the beam rifle. So this thing is interesting. It's something they decided to do for this series, and it was an interesting idea, but I don't really like it. But like I said, interesting idea. So this is like the store mode. Everything's kind of compacted. It doesn't look like anything, really. But then you've got hinges up here. Only one. I think if it had another one down here, it might be better, but it doesn't. So yeah, just slide these panels. And that's broken. Wowzers. Yeah, I think it is. Or it's stressing. There's a little stress marker. I can't tell if it's broken or not. That's just because this is a scope. But anyways, let's try and be gentle with it. These parts come out. And they form a little shield. Yeah, that's the problem. I'm going to have to glue these. I should have glued these a long time ago. These connections here are the worst. Because these hinges are extremely tight for just being a gun that turns into a shield. But yeah, you got the handle here. And it goes amazingly tight into the hand. But it looks so weird. I'll show you. Alright, so here it is in the hand, in shield mode. And from this angle, it looks a little awkward, right? It's just like it's okay in this mode, in shield mode. Like it's okay. You can kind of have it out straight, but if you want to have it like farther down, it starts to look like he's carrying like a briefcase, kind of. And the thing is, well, now you don't have a beam rifle, so it would work best really to use the beam saber in conjunction with the shield. So when you're using your beam rifle, well, you don't have a shield now, do you? Because it is the shield, which just seems so weird. And all you really do is extend the barrel here, or pull the whole thing off. That will do the same thing, I suppose, but let's try and get this thing back in. I don't know why the weapons worry me so much, but they do. Okay. And then you fold these over. I like that it goes all like smooth here. It's a solid piece. And then I'm going to try and flip out that sensor. Yeah, you know what? You don't need to be here. Flip out that sensor. It does have a little tab. But I'm just worried it's going to snap. Okay, it's loose. Yeah, it must have broke. But there's the sensor. So now you have a gun, but you don't have a shield. So, weird. Oh, and the cockpit is in the chest. I like that. Very easy to do. Just a simple double hinge. Not a lot of like suits that are like the initial mobile suit, when before they get the second one halfway through, has a cockpit in the chest. Usually it's in the stomach, I think. I want to say yes. I'll be honest, I prefer it like this in terms of the model kit. Like, I don't mind the design of the X backpack. It's garbage in this for my master grade anyways. So I was like, well, because the armature happened like relatively like recent from getting the kit built. The solar panel not so much. It was like a last like year. But I was like, well, I love the body. I guess I'll just wait for the divider to come out. Guess what I'm still waiting for? A Master Grade Gundam X Divider. What the hell, Bandai? I've got the high grade, and it's amazing. I love that thing. But you literally just have to give us new weapons and like a little bit of different paint. I think you'd probably change these clear pieces into solid purple and give us different weapons and a different backpack. The mobile suit itself, the body, as far as I can remember, is identical. Oh, but don't worry, they did give us another one, P Bandai one, literally just a repaint of this, and they're calling it, I think it was X3. But if I remember correctly from what I read, it is this one reconfigured back from the divider into this and then painted differently. It's like a more blue. And I personally think this is an inferior version, because for this one to use the Salican, you need the barrel. Or the barrel. Well, you need the barrel, but you need the actual moon to be used. And yeah, I do like the fact that this thing extends. You got the extra handle. That's kind of cool. I think if with that third one, they should have made it so this is actually a handheld weapon and you don't need the satellite panels. But I do feel, even though it had like the satellite cannon super duper powerful, I just think it's a downgrade from the Gundam X Divider because that beam harmonica is mwah, beautiful. And I really wanted a 1/100 version of it. I have the 1/100 high grade, but it just would have been nice to have had a master grade to go along with it.